This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards premieres August 5th on FX and Hulu.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in, and that's too late. SimpliSafe is changing that.
Stop. This is SimpliSafe. Police are on the way.
We don't just alert, we stop crime before it starts. SimpliSafe, plan starting around $1 a day. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplisafe.com/Spotify or with promo code Spotify.
Outdoor deterrence requires a SimpliSafe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplisafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.
Infinite.
They are taking over with AI, controlling your clothes and your third eye, and they don't care if you do die. You're just a pawn in this game called life. Disposable with long-lasting trauma and nothing to numb the pain. We're tired of being lied to, telling us what is not true. Really turns out to be true. Lies just to confuse you. It's so wrong, it's so wrong, it's so wrong. We're tired of being lied to, telling us what is not true. Really turns out to be true. Lies just to confuse you. It's so wrong, it's so wrong, it's so wrong. It's so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. So wrong. And we losing jobs on a daily. Are we gonna have a job tomorrow? Maybe, I don't know. And we probably should stop having babies. Maybe. Cause they taking all our embryos and turn them into zeros. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Or how many times I have to repeat myself before you're awake. Wake up. Ain't no more sleeping. It's a war going on out there. Get it together. Because they never gonna stop. Until they get you. We're tired, we're tired. Yeah, we're tired. Really they lie. Lies they do is lie. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. We're tired of being lied. Yeah, we're tired. Really turns out to be true. All I do is lie. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. So wrong. Yeah, they so wrong. They so wrong. It's so wrong. It's so wrong.
Shout out to everybody that's not I slapped y'all down like done, like mic drop. No, for real. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Don't mind my puppies. Before we go on, let's give a moment of silence before they get to going crazy again. Let's give this moment to the ones that we've lost. Let's give this moment to them. Okay. First of all my new couch potatoes, welcome in. I know some of my people that just came in on my Bigo. Some of y'all was like, I came in from the viral video. Shout out to y'all, because that's me 100%. And honestly, I had no idea I was going to go viral, because I was literally serious as fuck. Like, I was so appalled that they would try me like that. that they would try any of us like that. Y'all, I was so disturbed. I'm talking about disturbed. Okay? But thank y'all for coming. Let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is called The Telephone Game. And the reason why I named it that is because y'all remember back in the day when we did... Why they put a dramatic performance of a song called The Telephone Game? AI is lying. That's not what the fuck this episode is about. See, that's what you get. That's what y'all get for thinking. See, y'all heard what the name of the song was just called that just played. It was called AI. Because they trying to take over with AI. But AI, bitch, you don't even know what the fuck I was about to say. What I was about to say is the reason why I named it The Telephone Game is because back in the day when we was younger, we used to play the telephone game. We'll whisper something in somebody's ear. And we'll see what everybody has been saying. By the end of the person, say it was 15, 20 people. By the time it's to that 20th person, it may or may not be the same thing. May not be the same conversation that was said in the beginning on the phone, right? So it's changed. So that's why they called it the telephone game, because it'll start off one way and it'll end another way. Like, people don't know how to relay a message the way it's supposed to be relayed, or they don't hear it the way it's supposed to be heard. So it comes out different by the time we get to the last person. And that's even the same thing online. We using our what? Our telephones. And we see information and we hear information, and then we do what? We take it and then we end up putting it through another person and saying it to another person. And by the time it gets to the 50th person online, it's either the truth or an exaggerated version of the very first story that was told online. Same difference. It's still the telephone game. Okay? Now, I brought it up because it seems like a lot of times, especially, let me tell y'all this, some of y'all not going to understand this, but if you ever been locked up, you know that there's a connection still when you get out that you have to the yard. I'm talking about you still get information as if you're still there. You still get phone calls. You still talk to some of the same people. Like, you still treat everything as if you're still on the yard, but you carrying it on the phone with whoever you was conversing with in the penitentiary. Some of y'all still have them same relationships out here. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't apply to the real world, but I'm talking about the penitentiary right now. Okay? Now, when you hear some information about anybody on the yard, I don't give a fuck. So-and-so got caught at Pill Line. Now they unlocked. So-and-so was fighting. So-and-so was this. When you hear the first so-and-so did this, you may or may not hear the truth even the first time, because we don't know who started this telephone game and if they started the telephone game with the right information. So it's imperative that you figure out the correct information before you spread any information coming from your mouth. If you say something, you got to make sure that you have verified facts. Don't play the telephone game thinking that everything is all good and ain't nobody going to find out if you lying or not, because somebody's going to find out, especially if you spread in a rumor talking about somebody died. Yeah, Leslie ain't died, but Leslie White ain't died, but Leslie Black died. Or Leslie Black got beat up real bad, but Leslie White might have something going on that y'all might want to expose. I don't know. You trying to be on the cool, but you ain't even got to do all of that. Whoever started the telephone game, that is either going to make you or break you when you give out the information next. Too many of y'all like to race to tell people some thank you for the gifts, babe. Some information that either you feel like is going to make you go viral, or you feel like 9 times out of 10 with social media nowadays, everybody want to go viral. Everybody wants to go viral, so they're going to do and say whatever they can, take whatever information that they can, and they're going to use it. Even if that means it might be a lie. Well, you can easily say, well, such and such told me, so if it's a lie, then they the ones that told it. But you the one that repeated it, so you're actually a liar with them. You might not have known that you was lying, but you was lying. And here's the thing is, once you find out if the information is true or not, then that's going to determine if you're going to be a liar or not. Because you don't have to be a liar. You just chose to spread that information without figuring out if it was true or not, or figuring out if there was anything behind it. Who has the motive that brought you that bone? You know how they used to be like, shit, if a motherfucker pack a bone to me, then if they packing you a bone, you got to figure out what's the reason that somebody is packing you a bone. What are they getting out of packing you that bone? Because here's the thing. What are they getting out of packing you that bone and you taking that bone and doing something with it? What are they getting out of you having that bone? Because there's something about you having that bone that they want it to be in your possession. And again, whoever started off the telephone game, it may or may not have been a lie. And because they brought the bone to you, they know that you're going to keep on spreading that falsehood or the truth. Either way. However you spread it, I mean, sometimes people don't spread it the right way anyway. It might have started off as the truth, but ended up a lie because of the telephone game. Once it gets into one person's ear and goes into the next, they might have heard a dog barking by the time I did the and then one part they missed. So now it's, first I started off is Jessica took the subway, but she's actually on the bus. But because the dog was barking, you heard Jessica took the bus. Now you like, Jessica took the bus and she's still on the bus. So that's what you spread to the next person. So now they like, Jessica's on the bus, she's still on the bus, but she leaving the bus and she about to get on another bus. Now it's all these buses. Now it's she at the grocery store. Now it's nothing that it started off with. Y'all don't know how to just take the information and if it needs to be. And then y'all also don't know how to take the information and do the research. Especially you content creators. Oh my goodness, we have so much. I don't want to say so much pull, like we just running shit. But I mean, we have viewers that watch us. We have some type of audience. So please make sure that you're careful with the things that you're spreading into the atmosphere, into the world. Any information that you putting out there. Y'all put out, just recently, they put out some information about somebody got scalped in the penitentiary. They had the wrong person's name. Well, the person's name that they put, it got all of their name, their crime, and it's child crime. Now, first of all, y'all would have never knew nothing about this lady if you didn't look her up and you didn't know her personally or about her case. Now you got the wrong person out there, her information, and now people's dragging her. Y'all might not realize this, and trust me, I'm not for no child crimes or nothing. But what I'm about to say is this. With the mistaken identity, and even if it wasn't a child crime, if it was something else, but the person didn't want anybody to know, that mistaken identity can have someone commit suicide. Because now they're being drugged. Now they're being... Listen. That's why we have to be so very careful when we spread information, especially when names are involved, especially when death is involved. Because you don't want to say somebody died or somebody is in ICU and they're not. They're literally minding their business, living their best life, and then all of a sudden they see rest in peace to them tagged on Facebook. Or having their family call up to a facility that they might be at because you've spread false rumors. When you could have easily just went and checked, verified yourself. You don't have to be the first to put the information out, and you don't have to be the first to go spread it to somebody else, especially if you haven't verified if it's true or not. You know how many people have found out that their loved ones had died because of social media first? No one wants to find out that their loved one is dead, hurt, or going through anything first through social media. And it's sad because that's how some people actually found out about their loved ones. That's not something that somebody puts on their bucket list. This isn't something that's put on the bucket list. It's not something that somebody wants to happen. We don't look forward to that day for whatever information is about to be brought to us, that we get it through social media first. Oh, the police is looking for me. I'm America's most wanted. Social media found out first. Goddamn, like, I ain't even get a chance to pack my belongings and get on the run. No, for real though. But social media detectives, they gotta do their thing. And this is the thing, is social media detectives can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, because social media detectives can put a pedophile in jail, but it can also get somebody killed. Just recently, I want to say it was yesterday or last night that it happened, a social media influencer exposed the pedophile. And now he's dead. Now these families are suffering. So it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, but you have to remember that you do these things and you say these things online at your own risk, because not everybody is going to keep everything online. Telephone game or not, they don't give a fuck if you got the wrong information from Ashley Crane. The fuck? They don't give a fuck. All they know is you. Ariana. Jesse. You the one that said it on your platform. And even though Jessica told you, it's on your platform and you got way more viewers. You got way more people. And I follow you. You know what I'm saying? So people aren't going to take everything the same way that you think. Be careful with information that you get. Be careful with information that you spread. And remember, the telephone game, everybody knows the telephone game never ends the same. So be mindful when you get information from someone. You got to remember that they got that information from someone else. And who did they get that information from if that information didn't start with them? I'm just saying. Then you end up with a whole mess. And then you end up with the he say, she say bullshit. Then you end up with fights and then torn relationships. Some relationships never get mended because of somebody says something and didn't say it the right way. There's relationships right now that's not, I'm talking about friendships, families. How much value does that information give you? What is it doing for you? And if you know that some information is going to hurt you, someone you love, or your people, why would you spread it? Why would you do it? Because it's a motive. Like I said, whoever packs that bone to you, they have a motive. And whoever is packing that bone to someone else, they might have a motive too. They might be like, bet I needed this information. I'm about to use this shit. Now look. Now they into it with everybody, but they got information that they need. But now they ain't got no friends. Now they online talking about some, solo dolo. Ugh, solo dolo. Poop, 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 poop. Brrr. Where my gunshots? But no, for real, you know, and then a lot of times we hear people talking about, man, I'm lonely, I'm this, I'm that. Well, you this, you that, because you always in the mix of in somebody's business. It's one thing to be a journalist and you doing this of the sake of being but even being a journalist, you got to be careful with what information that you give light to, that you want to make your story. You got to be careful with your stories, because your stories can end up with your social media banned. It can end up with murder. You know, it can end up any way. So please be very careful when spreading information. Find out, especially when it comes to someone's loved one being murdered or hurt or seriously injured, and they can't get to them, and then they have to find out through somebody seeing a post that you made. Come on. Thank you for the gifts. Come on. We gotta do better. We gotta be better. And we always talk about how we gotta be better. We gotta do better. But no one is putting a step forward. And that step forward means you gotta stop spreading false information. You gotta stop listening, even indulging. Find out first. You don't want to hurt someone's family. Someone is grieving right now. Someone is hurting right now because they can't talk to their family, and they've been waiting to talk to their family, and then they get on social media, and then all of a sudden that they see that the reason why they ain't spoke to their family member or the person that they've been waiting on is because they seriously injured, may or may not be injured, might not even have the right information. Be careful with the information that you get and the information that you spread. Always analyze a reason why somebody is bringing you that information. Why are they telling me this? Now, if you a social media influencer, don't even think, why are they bringing me? If you a content creator, don't think. If you a journalist, don't even think. You know why they bringing it to you. Because they want you to put the information out there. Because they can't put the information out there themselves. But ask them why. Why you start this telephone game if you know that you can't finish it? You know you can't put the information out yourself. What's the reason why they can't? What's the reason why they can't? And if they did put the information out, are you putting it out the same way that they putting it out? Or are you adding 50s to it? Because a lot of times people like to add 50s. They like to make stories a little bit more juicier because it's better for content. And then if somebody asks them, oh, well, did that part happen? You either have a choice to be like, oh, no, that part didn't happen. I just threw that in there. Or you could just be like, yeah, you know, you can go see for yourself. Hey, love. You can go see for yourself. Because y'all think that everybody's not going to verify what you're saying or what information that you put out there. But not everybody is finna be like, oh, okay, well, Cheryl said, so that's Bible. No. It's not Bible. We need to figure out what the fuck was the reason why you said that. Do you want me into it with people? Do you not like this person and you don't want to, thank you for the gifts, and you don't want to tell them yourself? Because a lot of motherfuckers is really scary in real life. They don't even want to tell on themselves. They don't want nobody to know it was them. That's why they tell so many people and they let it get around so that by the time it gets to the other person, there are lies added. There is 50s put on it. Because they wasn't woman or man enough to do or say the things themselves. So they got to start the telephone game. And they might even start the telephone game with 50s on it themselves. Be careful with a motherfucker packing a bone to you. Because you never know what they reason to pack that bone is. And don't be so quick to take that bone and repackage it and take it to somebody else. Don't be so quick because it sounds juicy or it's going to get you engagement or you need that Facebook check. No. Don't do that. People have been losing their lives behind Facebook posts, being inaccurate. Not even just Facebook, social media, period. People have gotten to fights. People have lost friendships, families. Wars have started. Gang wars. Race wars. Regular wars, shit. Through social media. Through the telephone game. Through one person starting it one way and you said, nah, ain't nobody packing a bone. Yeah. It's too many people doing that. It's too many people packing a bone, taking it to the next person. They getting it. And they like, you know what? Let me repackage this and tell it to somebody else. There's too many people doing that without verifying to make sure that whenever the next person eat this bone, if they gonna get sick or not. I need to make sure that this is a real bone. I need to make sure that ain't nothing inside of this bone that somebody might have asked me to take this bone down the street and it had poison in it. Now I'm linked to this person getting killed because I wanted to pack this bone to somebody. Imagine that. Imagine somebody give you something, you thinking that it's just an innocent little letter. You take it to them, they open the letter in front of you and there's some anthrax in the bitch and they fall out. Now you're going to prison. Not even realizing you've been framed. Packing a bone, telephone game, can be somebody even framing you. So really and truly, be careful. You never know what somebody is up to. You never know. Don't get on that telephone without having a plan. And that plan is to listen correctly. And if you don't hear what you say, oh, okay. And you can even go as far as, what you want me to do with this information? Because I've had to ask people that sometimes. What is it that you want me to do? Now, I know who I am and what I do. But what do you want me to do? If you're not going to stand up and say something too, what we going to do? Don't get in that telephone game thinking that everything is going to be good. And you on there on some bullshit. Or somebody else came to you with some bullshit. Everybody's motives aren't good. Everybody's heart ain't in the right place. So, and then again, I want to directly say this to content creators. You know, we have people watching us, and you know, if we're supposed to be making our checks off of creating content, stop putting false bullshit out there just for the sake of creating content. Because more people want to see people create content with real fucking shit. A real fucking person doing real ass shit, not some made up ass bullshit. So when you doing content, when you getting information, make sure that you get the correct information. Make sure that you listening. Make sure that you doing your research, because you don't want to spread false information and hurt someone or someone's family because you put the wrong information out there. Or even cause someone any type of cyberbullying, because, I mean, no one wants their information out there, no matter what it is. Stop doing that to people and thinking that, it was for views. It's not that fucking serious. And it should never be that serious to hurt someone to get views. You shouldn't want to hurt someone just to make a check. And if that's your way of making a check, and you wondering why things don't go good in your life, wonder no longer, because that is why. You're being fucked up. Stop it. If you're going to play the telephone game, I can't even say play it right, because I've always learned that by the time it gets to the end, it's always going to be different. But remember, when somebody's packing you a bone, always make sure you research that bone and you know the reason why it's being brought to you. Don't just take that bone and spread it to everybody else. Don't get to playing a telephone game with everybody else with some false ass information to start off with. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time Make sure you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, THA, Couch on Facebook, TikTok, Big O, Thread, Lemonade, Favorited, Fanbase, Seen You. I think I said everything. Did I say Twitch? Yes. Okay. Make sure that you follow me on all social media. I do follow back. Shout out to everybody that's been hitting me up about my viral video. I literally have been trying to comment back, but I've never had a video go viral, so I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to keep up with the comments. But I tried. I try to keep up with the comments the best that I can. So, anyways, it's Monday. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the couch. Listen, we're going to be wrapping this month up with Fuck Fentanyl at the end of the month, and then the first week of August, it's going to be Prison Jail Felon Talk. Let me send some positive vibes, love, and energy to whoever can see this video. I don't know what you're going through, but I want to tell you this. You're not the only one. It's so many of us, and I talk about this a lot. It's so many of us that's literally one bill away, one late bill away from being homeless. You know, the way that the world is right now, it's very extremely hard, especially if you don't have a job or not a steady job or the only one paying, or life right now is very hard. So I want to send you some positive vibes, love, and energy, and tell you to keep your head up, stay strong, and just know that you are not the only one. We all going through it. So let's all send some positive vibes and a virtual hug. I love you guys. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. And I will see you guys tomorrow.